an unopened bottle is just an opportunity to make a new friend.
Perfect. This is a wonderful segue because I was leading into not only is it the story, but the relationships behind the bottle.
Absolutely.
I know this guy in Wisconsin.
That's how a lot of
He
things
ships me
show up,
whiskey.
yeah.
So many of these bottles that we've tasted, it's been like, oh, like hey, we just had one. Oh, I had a pilot buddy of mine who was over an island. He saw a bottle. He thought of me. He called me. Hey, do you have it? No, I don't. Cool, I got it for you.
There's a ton of those in here.
Like just the again, not the.
It's the relationships you build with just people from all over the world. Like, people come from Australia, like, oh, there's an Australia only release that showed up here. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. That's like, you came from Australia because it's the Whiskey Castle in Hearst.
Just to give me a bottle of liquor,
which is really cool.
Welcome to DFW Grit. I'm Dr. James Taylor, and I'm your host, and this is more than just a podcast. We dive into the stories of the movers, the shakers, the small business owners, the entrepreneurs, right here in the DFW Metroplex. This is your home for authentic, real stories that prove what happens when you don't back down. Let's get to work. All right, hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dr. Taylor again with another episode of DFW Grit today with Matt Zitrick. Did I say it right? I just asked and I forgot it already. There it is. We are, as you can clearly tell, on location at the Whiskey Castle.
Yes, we are.
With the Whiskey Crusader. Mm-hmm. One of two?
Yes. Well, technically three. My wife's here too, but she likes to be claimed for certain things and other things she doesn't like to be claimed. So we'll go with it.
I've heard it really goes back and forth on whether women like to be claimed for something or not.
That's
right. Right. To each their own, I imagine. So, as a little preface, we've already been tasting a little bit of whiskey.
Yes, we have for the last 2 hours. It's been a good time.
Yeah, right here at the Whiskey Castle. So, how did this place get started? Actually, let me do this. Can I tell you the story that I tell people?
You can.
And you tell me how far off from the truth I am?
Let's go with that plan. I like that plan.
So I don't know how much I got from you, if any, or how much I gleaned from anybody else.
All right.
But when I've been promoting this place, because I've been here, 3, 4, 5 times.
So, like 5.
Yeah, a good handful.
Yeah.
I tell them, okay, so there's this guy. He's got a day job as an accountant, and then he became, basically, whiskey became his hobby. And then, like many hobbies, it kind of grew into something more than he envisioned, and he became a level 3 sommelier.
Correct.
I don't know how many levels there are, but 3 is greater than 1. This is the spiel I tell people.
It's a good spiel.
3 is greater than 1. And he collected all these bottles, and then one day his wife goes, honey, you got to get these things out of my house. And then so he went and he found a commercial space because he listened to his wife, and then he took his 3,000 bottles. He took his many bottles from home, took 3,000 of them. There's still some at home.
Yes.
And then he set up a space where we taste whiskey.
An adult educational facility.
How much of that is true, and how much of that did I make up?
Pretty accurate.
Okay, so you are an accountant.
I am an accountant.
In all reality, that was the part I was worried about most.
It's my part-time job as an accountant. But yes, that is the daytime job during it, because most whiskeys think, night, afternoons, all that fun stuff. But yes, it's technically true.
Okay.
It took up 6 rooms in my house. My wife's like, this shit needs to find a new home. So and now it has a new home. It's in a castle full of whiskey.
It's a castle.
So we set up an adult educational facility. So we don't sell any whiskey. We just sell education, which is very important.
Sweet,
but your school supplies are these beautiful brown liquors of the gods. So it's good stuff from all over the world. It's bourbon, rye, Scotch, Irish, Japanese, Indian, Taiwanese. We've got it. We've got everything under the sun. There's 3,300 in here. There's another 1,800 at the house, something like that. So between the two places, about 5,000 bottles.
And all purchased by you?
No. At this point, we do get a lot sent by brands and by fans and stuff over the years. I mean, a lot of it was purchased by me originally. But a lot of it is resupplied by brands, resupplied by fans. We've had our YouTube channel for 6 years. So there's a lot of donations. We've probably had like 1,000 bottles donated at this point.
Oh, damn.
Between fans and then brands bringing stuff in now. So sometimes, fans will send us whole boxes of stuff. We got one guy in Wisconsin that's really cool. He sent us every Kirkland thing ever made because you can't get them in Texas. He's like, well, you need it. I'm like, okay. So every couple of months, this whole box of shit shows up from Wisconsin, which is really cool.
Why not? It's that Midwestern nice.
Absolutely. He's a super nice guy.
And actually, this is a wonderful kind of carryover in a sense. The multiple times I've done this. So for the uninitiated, we do tastings. We've got various levels of tastings. And every time we come down, it's wild. Just, again, 3,000 plus bottles here.
Yep.
And it seems like you have a story, at least for everyone.
I try. There's at least a story about how the whiskey came about, how it got here. There's a story about everything has a story, because that's the whole point of whiskey, is sharing people and having stories and the history of everything. That's what whiskey's about. An unopened bottle is just an opportunity to make a new friend.
Perfect. This is a wonderful segue, because I was leading into not only is it the story, but the relationships behind the bottle.
Absolutely.
I know this guy in Wisconsin.
That's how a lot of things show.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
So many of these bottles that we've tasted has been like, oh, like, hey, we just had one. Oh, I had a pilot buddy of mine. He was over in Ireland. He saw a bottle. He thought of me. He called me. Hey, do you have it? No, I don't. Cool, I got it for you.
There's a ton of those in here.
Like just the again, not the.
It's the relationships you build with just people from all over the world. Like, people come from Australia, like, oh, there's an Australia only release that showed up here. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. That's like, you came from Australia because it's the Whiskey Castle in Hearst.
Just to give me a bottle of liquor,
which is really cool.
Yeah,
it's like awesome. And
now,
it's
how long have you been in this?
We've been
area
in here
or this space.
18 months in this space now. So yeah, so it's nice. It's worked out well. This used to be dry cleaners. It was a shithole. Literally everything was falling apart. The rafters were covered in 6 inches of dust. The lights were hanging this way. They should be this way. It was not pretty. We gutted the whole thing down to the studs, and so the whole thing's been rebuilt, and it's state of the art. Everything's brand new. It looks awesome in here.
And the reason I asked is going off the relationship thing. The reason I know you is because my wife heard of you.
Yes.
She's like, hey, there's this guy who said he's opening up a whiskey tasting place. He was told he needs to meet me being her. And she goes, husband of mine, me, I think you would really like this place. Cool.
She was correct.
So I looked it up here. So were you doing this kind of thing beforehand?
Yes.
Were you doing
out of my house I was
stuff?
doing it. Yeah. So out of my house prior, then COVID hit, and it's like, so we had it to the point where like 120 people show up at my house for these insane, because we get these master classes with people from Highland Park, McAllen, Sagamore, Iron Ridges, all over the world. People come into these cool things. Well, it's like, yeah, we can't have a bunch of people come to our house anymore. That's not going to work. I'm going to need you to do something with that.
Fair.
So now it's a business so that people are not hanging at my house till whatever hour. And, we actually make money off this deal.
So was it actually, no, that begs the question. Was it the people in the house or was it the bottles in the house
that the wife goes? It was a little of both. Depends. Most people, she doesn't like most of them. So she's like, I like a few of your friends. The rest, they don't need to come around anymore.
So how did if we come back a little bit, so again, accountant by trade, if you will, started drinking whiskey, collecting whiskey.
Yep.
Take it from there. Like, how did a guy who plays with numbers and started collecting a couple bottles around the house, maybe you had, in my imagination, a shelf and, hey, look at my 6 bottles. These are delicious.
It started much worse than that. So in all reality, we've been drinking since I was 5. Because my grandparents, seriously, would make us to make cocktails. So it was very much so. My dad's dad, we always were making Manhattans for him. So in the morning, we'd get up, we'd make Manhattans, we'd make in a jar. So it's just about 7 or 8 a day. So he would drink. So we'd make the jar of them in the morning.
Jesus.
He likes to drink. And then
you feed the dogs, you make dad Manhattans, you go get the
pretty
mail.
much. So then my other grandfather, we were making 7 and 7s, or we do like Wild Turkey 101s and 7-Up, things like that. So that's what he likes. So we've always been making drinks. And my mom's dad really wanted us to not become alcoholics. So he was because he grew up in the Depression. So he was afraid a lot of friends left and were raging alcoholics. They'd never had alcohol prior to going to college. And so he's like, none of my grandkids are going to be alcoholics. He goes, so all of us have been drinking since we were 10 at least. Because we would go, like, you'd have a glass of wine, you'd have a beer, you'd have a cocktail, whatever. You had to learn how to drink. That was very important to him. So we all did, and nobody's an alcoholic, so it was successful. Yeah. There was 13 grandkids, and no one's an alcoholic. So I did a good job. So we all like to drink a lot, but everybody does it safely, which is the important part. So so that's how we kind of started this thing. And so everybody at a home bar, so I've always been around alcohol my whole life. I'm like, because most of
you from Texas originally?
I am. I grew up here. Okay. I was born at Carswell Air Force Base in Fort Worth.
Okay.
So my dad got stationed here. They're from New York originally. So, which is cool. In my bar at my house, my grandfather's from Long Island. His bar is in my bar at the house now. And then I've got a squirt man, which was in the markets from the 1930s that he got when he was riding his bicycle delivering groceries in the 30s. So he gave that as a housewarming gift when I bought the new house there in Olson Hills. So so it's really cool that he did that. So we got that stuff. So we've been around this my entire life. It's just one of those things. Then the day I turned 21, went to good full Air Force Base, filled the cart with every cheap ass liquor you could find in there. I was
As
like,
a 21-year-old will do.
That's all you can afford.
Yep.
So like my original bar was probably like 20 plus bottles of just like the cheapest crap that says military special on it. That was what the good stuff was. But hey, when you're a poor college student, that's what you can afford. So yeah, so my fraternity brothers would come over like, you have an amazing bar. Of crap, of course, competitive. But hey, when you're at 25, that is an amazing bar. Like, you know, the really good stuff was $10.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was just one of those things. But yeah, so like I said, doing it since then, and then it's just grown and grown and grown. And so I'd buy old bar books, and I'm like, what do I not have in the bar book? So I'd go searching all over the country.
What is an old bar book?
Like find like old Mr. Boston, like cocktail books.
Okay.
And I would find all these old recipes of like liqueurs and whiskeys that. So I'd go search for them. So I've looked all over the country for stuff, and then I'd randomly find things that maybe take me 12 years to find a bottle of like Mandarin Napoleon. Took me a long time. Just random things like that are chartreuse or whatever. And like, oh, then I get a bottle, so we'd have it in there to play. So it was really cool to do that, and over the years, and then it just kept growing and growing, and it gets to be like 1,000, and then like I said, now it's about 5,000 total between the two. So yeah, but I've always been into this. It's just I'm really passionate. I love history, I love whiskey, and then the two of them go together really well. And it's about the whole country's founded on, really the whole world's founded on whiskey, and the taxes they paid for all the wars everywhere was based on whiskey taxes.
I mean, it is truly wild. The number of times I've done this, and again, like I said, you tell a story for every bottle. Some stories longer than others.
Yes,
but generally speaking, a story for every pour you make.
Right.
And the literal history in it all, as opposed to like, this is made for 50% or 49% this and 50% this. This is why it's that. Like that's
nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. But then the story that goes along with it, every time that comes in, it's like, one, it always goes back to taxes.
Of course.
It always goes back to who gets their cut.
It's always about money.
But then even the story beyond that, where the family comes from and things like that. Not even like, oh, well, this is because this grain is grown from here. Like that plays into it. But,
sure.
So which further begs the question, the deeper I get into it, where the hell does the accounting come from? Why are you an accountant?
So I found out apparently my grandfather was an accountant. He was the one making Manhattans.
To dodge taxes? Because that's what I'm thinking up here now.
I don't know, because he retired at 55. So he lived up in the mountains, up in the Pocono Mountains for 40 years. So he did all right. So yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. Lived in New York, like so lived in Long Island, would take the road into New York City every day, and then got the fuck out. So he's like, we're moving to the mountains. See ya. So he told my dad, I guess he went to college. He's like, hey, by the way, we moved. Just letting you know. He's like, what do you mean you moved? We moved to the mountains.
Don't come back to where you left. We ain't there.
We ain't there. Pretty much is the story. It's like, oh, all right, cool. But yeah, apparently he was an accountant for the power company for 20 years.
Okay.
So I was like, and I didn't know that at the time, but that's where apparently the accounting comes from. I was like, yeah, all right.
Like I said, like after I left the last one, like I said, it always revolves around taxes and stuff. And then back man, like, but he's an accountant.
But it does really
help you not pay taxes.
That is correct, which is very helpful in this business. But you know how to file the taxes. That is true. It is quite helpful.
Well, it's all, even down to the bottle, it's all how you label stuff.
Absolutely.
In that
those are educational art supplies.
Exactly. There is no on or off sale here.
That's correct. You can't buy any alcohol.
We're here to learn.
That's right. These are only educational opportunities. Yeah, currently we're drinking this 1970s black and white label here. It's made by Buchanan's, which is nice stuff.
And, can you talk about this one? Nothing against Buchanan.
We can.
But this here is something we just tasted. And I have never tasted anything like
this. This is beautiful Indian whiskey.
In any way, shape, or form.
And there's some other random thing.
Yeah, I can't read that.
All right.
Can you just come say it? You can come talk if you want.
It's something you want to do. Yeah.
It's something I want to do?
Yeah. All right. Should we do that first? Or?
Oh, very well.
All right. We're going to grab something else. What did you do both? Because Indian whiskey is amazing.
Coming this fall, this one is not released in the U.S. If you wanted to include.
Yes,
you want to include?
Of course.
I would love to include.
Yes, of course.
So actually, can we see who wrote this note? Writer of the note.
No, I just want to make sure that I was trying not to interrupt. So
here, introduce yourself. Interrupt, please. I'm going to chase that magnet.
Find it?
Yeah, it's still there. We go. Now you can see me. Oh. Hi, I'm Caitlin. I actually work for Impex Bev. We are an importer, and we bring in a lot of really delicious foreign whiskeys. We also do some rum. We do some gin. We do a little bit of everything. But we today have some Indian whiskey that's absolutely phenomenal. This one is called Injury. And this
Injury.
Injury.
Are you saying injury or
Injury.
like not I'm hurt?
No.
Okay.
That would not be a great name for a whiskey.
Would you mind?
I am a klutz, but still.
Ooh, it's not even open yet. Even better.
Yeah.
Fresh pop. I like that. So what makes it special that's coming this fall? That's the real question.
This is a brand new one from their line. It hasn't been released in the U.S. yet.
I love to hear that.
Injury is essentially the number
nice
one.
pop. There we go.
It's essentially the number one selling Indian single malt right now.
No shit. That's awesome.
Is this your glass that you brought in?
No, I think I left mine.
I don't know what that glass is.
Actually, no, it is mine.
It's got to be yours because
Yeah.
like ours are up here.
It has lipstick on it.
And
So.
ours were emptied.
Ours, yeah, we
Well,
finished ours, yeah.
Well, here, I'm about to go get a new one then.
All right.
And
I'll let you do that.
actually, I would like to introduce y'all to Madhu.
We can do
I
that.
would love to talk
Yeah.
to Matthew.
I'll have him replace me because he is
Perfect.
going to be the international sales rep for Injury.
Okay.
So he
Can
can
I have your
actually,
mic?
yes, you can.
we
He can
start
tell
with
you a lot more about
Nick's
these
like,
two bottles.
please
that
let
we
me have some, sir.
Matthew, if you'd be so kind, good sir.
If that's my one addition to the.
There you go. You add to the podcast. There you go.
Well, hello,
Perfect.
Mr.
Hi.
Madhu.
How are you
Mandu.
guys? It's I was just blown away just walking into the space because it's like a museum over here with all these whiskeys
That
on
it
all
is.
on both sides of the walls, and I'm like still soaking in looking at these whiskeys. It's amazing.
Ooh, this smells great. Okay, so tell us about
Yes,
this.
tell us
What is
about
this
this
new
one.
product here?
So this one that we have over here is called as the Agnya. Agnya is the first core peated expression from our distillery, but it's not a heavily peated single malt. It's a very lightly peated single malt,
That's
finished in
nice.
bourbon and sherry cask. So
I like it.
it's aged in bourbon cask, and there is sherry liquid in it, which is married together and put into a bottle. This is not released in the US yet. These bottles were personally sent for our tasting later.
But we appreciate it.
And I mean, this is a lightly peated, as I said, bourbon and sherry.
Yeah.
finish.
It's delicious.
In India, because of the temperature,
Right.
we lose a lot to evaporation. The average is about 6 years in this. We lose about 8% every year.
Damn.
To the
8%.
Yes.
Hot crap.
So we can't make a 12 or a 14-year-old whiskey
Yeah.
unless we keep topping it up. And if we leave it in the barrels,
Yeah, sure.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's completely gone. And that's why none of the tropical aged whiskeys have an age statement on them, saying that it's aged for 14
Makes sense. Yeah, because we
Okay.
don't understand that age
Yeah.
statement. Especially, it's kind of like we always say, make the joke that India is the Texas of Asia.
Right, absolutely.
It's the same speed and rate as far as you guys aging your whiskeys at. They turn out amazing. Obviously, totally different than Texas whiskeys, but just really fantastic. Bill's like, if you had a good evening, it's like there's amazing Indian whiskey, and Injury, of course, being my. The best thing is I got a text, an email in the middle of the night, about 3 a.m. from you guys a couple years ago.
What
It's like,
time is that in India?
no, it's probably, I think it's a 12-hour difference.
12-hour
So I think it's
difference.
about 3 p.m. there. I'm like, because I happen to be up, and I'm like, hey, we got this new whiskey called Injury Trini. Can we send it to you? I was like, sure. Why the fuck not? And I'm like, worst I can tell them is it sucks. I'm like, oh shit, this stuff is really fucking good. So I was like, yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. And then Caitlin's like, are they coming? I'm like, yeah, they can definitely come. I love their whiskey. So yeah, absolutely. So I was super thrilled for you guys to come over here and teach some masterclass this evening. But yeah, this is excellent, and thank you for bringing this amazing.
It's our pleasure. It's
stuff.
our pleasure to share it with you and your bunch of folks over here. I always believe a good bottle of whiskey should be opened.
Absolutely. That's
How
correct
are you
answer.
Right? So that's why I brought this and the Diwali edition for you.
Yeah,
guys.
let's speak with we should have him explain this real quick. It's really beautiful. So I make sure people know, really pretty. And there's the box with the cool tiger on it.
Oh, there.
We need to have the cool tiger in a picture because tigers are cool. I really like tigers.
Tiger's cool.
I mean, it's like if you're gonna have a lion and a tiger, I'd rather have a tiger.
It's got the better lens.
Oh, there you go. He's got
it's got poor lighting though.
the other camera.
There it is.
There you go. See, now you got a tiger in there. It's very important.
It's very important.
I think it was.
This one is it's called as the Diwali edition. Diwali
Okay.
is the festival of lights in India, and it's the only festival that's celebrated across the north, south, east, and west
Oh,
across
okay.
India. So
Cool.
what we decided to do is that for every Diwali, which is the festival of lights, we will launch an exclusive edition,
Okay.
which are about 5 barrels picked by the master distiller blender. And each year it is different from what we bottled the previous year. It is
Okay.
bottled closer to cask strength at 58.5%. This one is a peated Oloroso cask. And as I said, each cask is emptied. One cask is sent to the US. One cask is sold in India. One cask in Europe, and one for the rest of the world, and that's it.
Damn, that's
So
wild.
that's as limited as it.
Alrighty then.
As I said, this cask yielded about 540. This is a Oloroso sherry butt, and it's a peated Oloroso sherry butt. We don't have peat in India, so we bring the peat from Scotland, and then smoke the Indian barley. So the Indian barley is a 6-row barley. It's
Okay,
different
6-row.
from
Okay.
It's different from the 2-row barley that's
Right.
grown elsewhere. So a lot of proteins. You get a rich mouthfeel. It's like bacon, barbecue, charcoal, figs and fruits thrown in over there. It's an absolute delicious drink.
That is so freaking good. That is ridiculous.
I mean, you said bacon, and that's all I can taste. I am not mad about
Bacon. Good. Yeah, that's really great.
That's so cool.
Great. So I'll leave you guys to continue over here. With that,
He's like, I'm taking whiskey and running.
yeah,
You gonna leave this one too?
Yes, I'm going to leave this one too. Here.
Awesome, man. Well, dude,
Enjoy
I
the rest
appreciate
of
you
the
stopping by,
conversation.
stepping into frame, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
Cheers, guys. Enjoy whichever whiskey you're drinking
Cheers.
from any part of the world. Just enjoy it. Cheers. Okay, guys, I'll leave you over here.
Awesome, man. All right, so this was a wonderful little microcosm of literally what
Absolutely.
happens here
Yeah.
all the time.
That's
Like,
correct.
Going back to the relationships, you've got people. I remember you told me on day one,
Yeah.
one of the cool things about being here is DFW Airport, because the
Yes.
amount of people
That
that come
in
through
and out.
DFW Airport.
Absolutely.
And some of those people are experts in spirits.
Yes, they are.
And you happen to have crossed paths with them, you know them, and all of a sudden you put on these master classes
do.
here. Like I've been to the Texas one. I've been to another whiskey one. I can't remember the time. You have a rum one coming up. We just finished a tequila one. I stopped saying we. You just finished a
all
tequila
good.
one. Like it is all truly educational. It's not just a specific tasting or anything like that.
It's really fun because, like I said, we teach our private classes that me and Eric teach and my wife will teach. And those are anywhere from $100 a person to $500 a person, depending on how allocated or rare, how old it is, can we get it again, type things like that. And then we have our master class where we bring master distillers, global ambassadors, master blenders, people that are just really amazing at teaching their brands or their types of whiskey. Or like we said, we're doing tequilas, mezcals, rum, vodkas, gins, you name it. When that spirit comes in, we have the best of the best come in. We don't have the local yokel come teach these. These are the best of the best that come from all around the world. And like I said, being DFW Airport, being 10 minutes away is super helpful for that. So we did plan that as like, hey, if you happen to have a long layover, you can also stop at the Whiskey Castle, come take yourself a private class and have a good time. So
now, how do people find out about the master classes?
Really, if you go to the website, look at upcoming events are on there, and then also they'll be in the shop when they're able to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
A couple ones coming up will be Red Brass. We're sending the North American brand ambassador come down to teach that.
Don't worry about that. That'll happen before this is released.
Okay.
So if you didn't catch it, you missed out. Sorry about you. But so the website got a newsletter, and
Yep. If you're on the
correct
email
me
list.
correct me if I'm wrong with this too. Like, there's no necessary rhyme or reason. There's no schedule. But when you get something, you just let everyone know.
Exactly. So one of the things with listeners we've learned is it's not really structured. It's kind of like, hey, so-and-so's coming to town. You want to have an event? Well, yes, obviously. Your shit's great.
Got our friends coming in. You want to have a party? All right.
And that's a lot of times it's some like, in a lot of private classes, like, hey, I got 4 friends I want to get together tomorrow. I'm like, sure, we're happy. We have to not be busy. We can make it happen for you. And if we're busy, it's like, sorry, it'll be like 2 months.
Yeah.
So it just depends on when you want to do it. So yeah, it's been really great. But like I said, there is sometimes we get 3 days notice. Sometimes we get 2 months notice. Just depends on the brand.
Right.
And so a lot of times like, hey, everybody, this brand's coming. You should sign up right now because otherwise you're not going to come. So yeah, it's one of those things. But it's a lot of fun. And every time we get a full dinner, I get this cool class. And we usually taste anywhere from 6 to 16 whiskeys and rums, gins, vodkas, whatever we're going to do. So, but it's always a great time.
Depends how late you
And
stay.
then afterward, we always have a really beautiful thing called an after party, which is a bottle share. So you can bring your own stuff in here for educational purposes, and you can share and talk about your knowledge about it, and we can all share and try those things as well at the end of the event. So it's always a good time.
And then just to remind people, how do they find out about this?
At whiskeycrusaders.com. Go there, check out and you can look at the upcoming events. You can check out the shop, all that good stuff. And then if you want to join the email list, send me a text. All those good things are on there. You can contact us that way. Then you can know about all the fun upcoming things that are happening at the castle.
And like I said, I would, if this is in any way, shape, or form, up your alley, buy out, just join the newsletter, because it is.
Absolutely.
It's sometimes it's crickets for a little bit, just because no one's in
Because there's
town.
nothing in town, exactly.
And then all of a sudden, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam.
And they'll
hit.
have 3, it'll have one every day for a week. So it just depends who's in town. So
You could say it's fluid.
there you go. Exactly. So
See what I did there?
I did. So if we're gonna finish out with something fun.
Oh, all right.
So we're gonna try some 1970 VAT 69. So if you guys ever watched the Band of Brothers, Lieutenant Nix is in there. One of the things he's always after is VAT 69. So the current day VAT 69 is not very good. But if you go back to the stuff he was after, and that of course was World War II. This is obviously, like I said, 1970s. Still really good stuff. So we do have vintages. Now, obviously, these aren't in your regular classes, but the more advanced classes, you can certainly take these, and things like this are in there. So, like I said, it's this beautiful bottle here.
VAT 69.
As you can see. The tax stamp, of course, is ripped off because we've opened it, but it is delicious. So the new stuff, not good. Old stuff, amazing.
So, and where would you come across old stuff? Or is this something that only Matt can come across?
This is one of those things. I had a buddy looking at a...
Back to relationships.
Exactly. Looking at this estate sale, and I'm looking in his... he showed me pictures, and I'm like, hey, dude, that's a VAT 69. I was like, buy me that. I was like, we need that.
At an estate sale.
And the estate sale, I think, in Virginia, of all random ass places.
Wild.
So, yeah. So it's a lot of times just knowing people who send me cool pictures, cool texts, like, hey, I see this. Do you want this? Do you need this for your castle? I'm like, yes, I need that for educational purposes to teach people about what today's stuff tastes like, what old stuff tastes like. So it's really funny to do comparisons for scientific reasons and also for what does whiskey taste like 40, 50 years ago or later.
This is interesting. Dude, this is, again, I've done this like a half a dozen times. I feel like I've said this is interesting, like more today.
That's a good thing.
It is. Like one of the coolest things. Like the very first time we did this, I don't like rye whiskey. And he goes, bet.
That's right. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, challenge accepted. We're going to find a rye whiskey, and I'll be damned if we didn't.
We found several, in fact.
Found a couple more today.
That's right. So, yeah, don't tell me I don't like something. Oh, we'll solve that problem. Or my favorite is, I don't like whiskey. Well, I'm not sure why you're here, but I bet you we can find something
right?
to do. And usually we'll have 2 or 3. They're like, oh, this is actually good. I'm like, I told you. You didn't find this you liked yet, but we found it for you. So always just an exception. Just tell me what you don't like or what you do like, and we can go along that path and find all sorts of new things to enjoy and learn about when you're here.
I mean, normally when I do these, it's these being the interviews. It's my first time meeting a person, my first time interacting, my first time spending an extended period of time.
Sure.
This is not that.
No, this is not that.
But I still feel obliged. Thank you for your time today.
Appreciate it.
We should do this again sometime.
We should definitely do it again. I'm sure we will.
So once again, guys, whiskeycrusaders.com. Same thing on Instagram, minus the .com part. Get on the newsletter. Come to the master classes. Sign up for a tasting.
You'll have a great time.
I mean, if you don't mind me sharing a secret, you play to the crowd.
Absolutely. We do.
We do. Take from that what you will. So, guys, as always, like, share, follow. Thank you for checking out another episode of DFW Grit. Matt, thank you for your time. Thank you for opening up your castle.
Absolutely.
If you will. You guys, you have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you on the next episode.